from him. You know, I don't know what's happened to him. He just looked like a bag of bones getting out of a swimming pool. He's just got no structure, no frame at all to mess with the Gypsy King at 20 stone, entering the ring in 6'9" powerhouse. He's got skill and heart.
What do you make of Tyson saying that he feels he needs to knock you out in the rematch to win the fight?
Let's go. Yep. It's only dream for Tyson.
So what's the message to the fans?
My fans, I love you, my fans.
Oleksandr Usyk has just violently attacked John Fury and Tyson Fury after John Fury's latest claims against Ukraine, and this has infuriated Oleksandr Usyk so much that he's promised Tyson Fury the beating of his life. If the first match was a decisive victory, the second will be a violent knockout. If the first was a serious flogging, the second will be an utter destruction.
Hey, greetings, my friend Tyson Fury. I'm ready, 23 December. Are you ready?
Anyone who knows the least about Oleksandr Usyk knows he's a man that never jokes with his faith and his country. However, John Fury has attacked onto these whole, trying to defend his son's performance in the first match. John Fury believes Tyson Fury won, as he was the one that kept making his son think he was ahead on the scorecards. During the fight, he kept shouting once they entered the championship rounds, one more round to be undisputed.
Keep setting that leg. You got the timing out. He just walking right behind you. Are you punching?
Sadly, that was some deception, as Fury is yet to be undisputed even 7 months later. Now, John Fury still claims Tyson Fury won the fight, and boxing bodies are seeking a way to support the people of Ukraine. Hence, Shai Usyk was declared winner. He then said, "Damn Ukraine, damn Usyk. Everyone deserves equal treatment, not this trash."
I'll be the first one to join up if England get involved, or America. I'll be first in line for the job. My dad will as well, and all the boys will all be signing up to defend.
This was a severe attack against Oleksandr Usyk, one that dealt him a heavy blow and one that he didn't appreciate. And now he has plans to defend his country, not just against the Russian troops, but against the Furies with a knockout victory.
Hey, my greedy belly, don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone. Never.
Several months before his first fight with Anthony Joshua, Usyk was standing with these very men after Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine marked the latest and most significant development in a conflict that can be traced back to 2014. Usyk, urged by the soldiers he had served alongside, eventually left the front line in Kiev to return to his usual battlefield, the boxing ring, to begin training for a rematch with Joshua. The 37-year-old's clinic against the Briton in London in 2021 was arguably his greatest triumph yet. In a career that had already seen the Southpaw claim Olympic gold in the same city before he became the first undisputed cruiserweight champion of the four-belt era. Moments after his victory, in the refuge of his locker room in the Jeddah Superdome, an emotional Usyk was welcomed by messages from a unique set of friends and fans. He received videos from the soldiers deep in the ground on the battlefield, who were watching his fight live on smartphones. Usyk's promoter and compatriot Alex Krasyuk tells The Independent, referencing their countrymen who were fighting Vladimir Putin's Russian forces in Ukraine. The guys on the front line were sending Usyk words of support. This is something that cannot be expressed in words. The spirit he gives is motivation for the guys who are battling for the light. He is giving them incentive to live, fight for their homeland, and struggle for freedom.
Dad will as well, and all the boys will all be signing up to defend. So that's what I got to say. I think if you're from that country living there, defend her. Love your woman and fight for your country.
As Krasyuk says, Usyk has done what he can to aid his nation amid the ongoing conflict, establishing a charity to help victims of the war, and in a much different form of support, even wielding weapons. Every day I was on patrol, I would pray to the Lord, "Please don't let anybody try to kill me," Usyk said in June 2022. But also, "Please God, don't let me have to shoot any other human being," which I knew I would have to do if I felt any danger or that my family's lives were in jeopardy. It took me only one day of war to understand completely that everything I have, I can lose it all in just 1 second.
And can do 25 rounds. Usyk He's a good little fighter at middleweight and light heavyweight, maybe up and cruiser, but he can't mess with them big guys.
That might never have felt more real than when Russian soldiers broke into Usyk's house. They did damage to create living space and stayed there for some days, he recalled. At that moment, Usyk was more relatable than ever to his compatriots. Well, it's not surprising to see how funny John Fury's beliefs are when it was his son who initiated it back in May and had even said Usyk won because of his Ukrainian citizenship.
Put on a great fight again. It was very close last time. He got it by a point. A little bit more focus, a little bit more lack of complacency.
Despite the judges and most ringside observers agreeing that Usyk deservedly won the first fight on the scorecards, Fury remains adamant he should have earned the decision. But he claims he won't be leaving anything to chance this time and plans on finishing the bout early, citing his knockout victory over Deontay Wilder in their second fight, having drawn first time round. "It's very simple. I've just got to knock an idiot out, and I've made no secret of it," he added. "I think I outboxed him last time, and I'm sure I got the decision, but I'm not going in there for a decision this time. I remember I boxed really well in Wilder 1, and I didn't get the decision. I did the same the other night when I boxed 3 or 4 months ago."
Redemption? Is this revenge? Redemption for what? It's nothing more and it never will be. Not personal, it's just business. That's all it is. Then some people might have one man winning it, other people might have another man winning it, so.
In Wilder 2, I went to knock an idiot out, and we all know what happened. In Usyk 2, I'm gonna knock an idiot out. But Oleksandr Usyk isn't Wilder. In fact, Oleksandr Usyk has been shorter, lighter, and older than all of his opponents since he moved up to the heavyweight division. Usyk's heart and skill are enormous, and he overcame a major size disadvantage against Tyson Fury to become the world's first undisputed heavyweight boxing champion in 24 years. Usyk defeated Fury by split decision on Sunday, knocking down his hulking opponent in the 9th round and eventually earning a narrow win on 2 scorecards. The 37-year-old Ukrainian is the first heavyweight to hold every major title belt since Lennox Lewis. Usyk, now with 22 wins in all 22 fights, added Fury's World Boxing Council title to his own World Boxing Association, International Boxing Federation, and World Boxing Organization belts with a spectacular late-round rally in a back-and-forth matchup between 2 previously unbeaten champions from a strong era of heavyweight boxing. "It's a great time, it's a great day," said Usyk, who is 6 inches shorter than Fury and weighed 30 pounds lighter this week. Usyk started quickly, but then had to survive while the confident, charismatic Fury dominated the middle rounds. Usyk surged in the final rounds, just as the Olympic gold medalist has done so many times in his career, taking control with a dominant 8th and nearly stopping Fury in the 9th. Usyk hurt the 6'9" Fury, who now has 34 wins, a draw, and a loss in 36 fights, with a left hand, and eventually sent him sprawling into a corner in the final seconds of the round, getting credit for a knockdown right before Fury was saved by the bell. Fury struggled to mount a consistent attack after nearly getting stopped, and the knockdown turned out to be the decisive factor in the decision.
He's got a war to fight. He thinks he's doing it for a nation. I don't know how he did it, mate.
You know what? I just want to say thank you to God. In the mighty name of Jesus, we put on a good.
"Thank you so much to my team," Usyk said while fighting back tears in the ring. "It's a big opportunity for me, for my family, for my country. Slava Ukraini!" Fury kissed Usyk on the head after the final bell, and Usyk hugged Fury several moments after the decision was read. Fury also said he wants the rematch in October. Usyk is the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis held the honor for 5 months in 1999 and 2000. He is also now the lineal heavyweight champion by beating Fury, who beat Vladimir Klitschko to earn that distinction in 2015. After moving up from cruiserweight, Usyk upset Anthony Joshua to win 3 title belts in 2021. He kept them through a rematch and another defense while angling for the ultimate payday of a fight against Fury in Saudi Arabia. Usyk landed 41% of his 407 punches, while Fury landed just 31, 7% of his 496 punches, according to CompuBox statistics.
I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. If they would have said to me in the last round or whatever, you're down, go out, try and finish him, I would have done that. But we believe, everyone in the corner believed we were.
Usyk both threw 260 to 210 and landed 122 to 95 more power punches. Usyk has now joined the elite club of fighters who held every major world championship belt at heavyweight. And he is the first to do it in the four-belt era, which began in 2007. The list of undisputed champions includes Jack Dempsey, Joe Louis, Floyd Patterson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and Mike Tyson. The most recent undisputed heavyweight champ was Louis, who beat Evander Holyfield in late 1999 and enjoyed a 5-month reign.
You know, I was getting it, but it was what it was. I'm not going to cry about spilled milk. I've had plenty of victories and I've gave God the glory. I've had this one loss and a close fight, you know, with a good man like Usyk. And it was what it was.
He soon lost a title because of the territorial squabbles that have beset boxing for the past quarter century and routinely prevented the biggest fights from happening. Fury and Usyk both asked for this matchup, and they finally got together in the ring, largely because of the involvement of Saudi Arabia, which made the financial rewards simply too great for the fighters' typically recalcitrant promoters and the sanctioning bodies to reject. Fury will reportedly make more than $100 million for the bout.
Oleksandr, and I was catching him and he was catching me. It was a good fight, so hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Get punched in the face.
Yes.
To reach the lucrative Western pay-per-view audience, the bout didn't begin until 1:45 a.m. on Sunday morning at Kingdom Arena. Usyk was aggressive from the opening bell, repeatedly getting inside his taller opponent's defenses to land body shots. Fury was his usual carefree self, even putting both arms on the ropes in a corner and pretending to dodge punches when Usyk advanced.
Yeah, maybe. And then going forward, I believe I won a few of the last rounds as well, so I'm not sure. You know, if I won the first, say I won 5 of the first 6, and then the next 6.
But Fury picked up his attack from the third round, working his size advantage and his typically unpredictable movement to throw right hands behind his sharp jab. Fury appeared to hurt Usyk with body shots right at the belt, and he rocked Usyk twice in the 6th with vicious uppercuts. Usyk rallied, bloodying Fury's nose and face with a left hand. Usyk then punished Fury in the 9th, hitting him with another concussive left before battering the British star around the ring. Fury sagged into a corner while barely staying on his feet with about 10 seconds left in the round. Referee Mark Nelson could have stopped the fight, but he ordered Usyk away for a standing count, interrupted by the bell. Reports were circulating that Usyk was taken to hospital with a suspected broken jaw, but just minutes later, the newly crowned undisputed champion held a post-fight press conference. Usyk didn't speak to reporters for long as he was left in tears while speaking about whether his father, who sadly passed away in 2012, visited him spiritually before his fight with Fury. "I miss my father," Usyk said.
It was what it was, coming short. One of the judges had me winning and the other two didn't, so I can't complain about it.
Brilliant performance.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
I said to my father, "Hey, listen, you live there, I live here. Please, no coming for me, I love you. For me, it's hard when my father is coming for me because I remember all my life. I know he's here." The Ukrainian also said he doesn't want to talk about boxing after spending 9 months in training camp to prepare for his fight with Fury.
This generation, I'm sure a lot wasn't in your imagination. First of all, congratulations on the performance, but how do you feel right now, you know, with something that you never thought would really happen?
Let me tell you, I'm very happy.
My start was October 2023, November, December. 9 months I work, I missed New Year. I missed the birthday of my son. I missed the birthday of my other son. I missed the birthday of my daughter. I missed the birth of my daughter. I missed all of my family holidays, all the time training. My focus was only this fight. Now I'm happy. I want to go back home, he said. Fury, however, sounded so discouraged after the fight, thinking he did enough to win the fight and disagreed with the judges' scorecards.
Oleksandr, you explained in the build-up to this that sometimes before a big fight, your dad would come and visit you and smile. Did he come to you before this one?
No.
Clearly, Usyk will be forced to face Fury for a second time, as their fight had a two-way rematch clause regardless of the result. The rivals are expected to fight again in October. However, one of the fighters would seemingly be absent at the time they're meant to meet next, as he announced his retirement just few hours after their fight.
I say my father, hey, listen, you live.
Despite showing some sportsmanship in the aftermath by congratulating his opponent, Fury then ruined the moment with his remark on the microphone in the ring when approached by a member of the media. which has not gone down well with boxing fans. Fury, again just moments after losing to Usyk by split decision, threw that one last punch.
Please. No coming for me. I love you.
It was a very low blow of the metaphorical variety. Fury intimated that Usyk, the Ukrainian boxer, had been awarded the fight because Ukraine is at war. Russia invaded Ukraine more than 2 years ago.
I believe I won that fight. I believe he won a few of the rounds, but I won majority of them. And I believe it was, what can you do? One of them things, decisions in boxing.
You know his country's at war, so people are siding for the country at war, Fury said during an in-ring interview. Of course, it was the heat of the moment, and Fury would have been feeling very emotional after losing the fight and losing his undefeated status in the process. But it's a remark he probably won't be too happy with when everything settles down.
We both put on a good fight, best we could do, and you know, his country's at war, so people are siding with the country at war, but make no mistake, I won that fight in my opinion.
It started with the Brit saying he felt like he has won the fight, which is fair enough. That's what all boxers say when they lose via the judge's scorecard. But to bring up Ukraine's current situation outside of boxing is not acceptable. And it's no surprise that boxing fans aren't best pleased with the comment. Make no mistake, I won that fight and I'll be back, he added.
Tried to attack him and tried to get him out of there myself, but other than that, I've done the best I could, you know. He's a good fighter.
Just finish, please. Rematch, gentlemen. Thoughts?
Sorry?
Rematch thoughts?
Fury seemed very eager to make use of the rematch clause in his immediate post-fight interview in the ring, stating, "We go back home to our families and we run it back in October. Yeah, for sure, immediate rematch. We go back, have a little rest and spend some time with our families and get it back on in October. I believe I won the fight, but I'm not going to sit here and cry and make excuses. It was a good fight.
I believe that I was the best I could have been. I don't think I could have done any better. Maybe if they'd have said to me, write you down in the last 2 rounds, I probably could have went out and tried to attack him and tried to get him out of there myself."
Quizzed on the rematch, Usyk said in the ring, "Yes, of course, I'm ready for the rematch." However, Fury seemed more non-committal on an immediate rematch during his post-fight press conference, insisting he would take time to weigh up his next move with promoter Frank Warren. "We've just had a fight," he said. "If you can see my face, I'm pretty busted up, and he's Usyk gone to the hospital with a broken jaw. He's busted too."
Yeah, you know, we just had a fight. If you can see my face, I'm pretty busted up, and he's gone to the hospital with a broken jaw, and he's busted too, so we punched out of each other for 12 rounds there.
"We punched the hell out of each other for 12 rounds there, so we're going to go home, eat some food, drink a few beers, spend some family time, walk the dog, go to the tip, and me and Frank will talk about what's going to happen in the future." However, Fury, who turned 36 in August, appears to have no plans to step away from boxing after suffering an agonizing first professional loss. Close fight, could have nicked it, couldn't have, whatever, could have been a draw, who knows? But I haven't got the decision, and I'm not going to cry about it. We'll regroup, I'll have a holiday, go home, speak to the wife and kids, and I'll see what I want to do. I ain't boxing in here because I've got no money. I box because I love it. He then explained how he wouldn't allow his passion for the sport to make him run the risk of a brain damage.
So we're going to go home, eat some food, drink a few beers, spend some family time, walk my dog, go to the tip, and me and Frank will talk about what's going to happen in the future.
Do you understand? I'm 36 in a few months, and I've been boxing since I was a child. So it is what it is. Where does it all end? Do you have 100 fights and brain damage in a wheelchair? I'm not sure. But the one thing is, all the time I'm still loving the game. I was having fun there. I was really enjoying myself. Then I'll continue to do it. When I can't do that anymore, I'll pack it up. Manuel Oliver Palermo of Spain scored the fight 115, 112 in favor of Usyk, and Craig Metcalf of Canada scored it 114, 113 in favor of Usyk. Mike Fitzgerald of the United States scored it 114, 113 in favor of Fury.
Back, I got a rematch clause. You know, I thank Jesus for all the victories he's given me. I've had a split decision loss for the good little man, and I thank him again. In the mighty name of Jesus, we go back.
I believe I won that fight, Fury said. I believe he won a few of the rounds. I won the majority of them. Before those remarks, the fighters embraced several times, and Fury had kissed Usyk on the head as if in respect and admiration. After Fury's remarks, water sprayed into his face from the direction of Usyk's camp. Usyk motioned for it to stop.
back home to our families and we run it back in October. Good luck to Oleksandr. Well done.
Later in the interview, Fury said, "I believe I won the fight, but I'm not going to sit here and cry and make excuses. It was a good fight." He also added, "It was one of the daftest decisions in boxing. I'll be back. The good little man got the decision. We'll go back to our families and I'll see him again in October. We'll go back, rest up. We'll run it again in October." Usyk was not asked in the ring about Fury's comments, but he was asked about whether he wanted to fight Fury again. "Yes, of course, very much," he said. "I'm ready for a rematch." And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.